What's up, guys? This is Joe. You might be asking, why do I have these cans around my head? I can. Sorry about all the feedback there, but I can do this. But, anyway. Um, Sitting here, my girlfriend is gone to church. Yeah, anyway. So I have some alone time, and I just wanted to, give you guys a briefing about what's going on. A lot of people on Facebook have been asking me, what's going on with you? You know, if if there were ever a turd placed in a punch bowl, it would be the one that's in mine right now. I guess you would have to say. Um, let's see. About 2 months ago, I was diagnosed as a diabetic. I have high thyroid problems, high liver functions, blood pressure issues. I pretty much got the fuck you combo plate. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. So my over-the-road trucking career has since ended. Um, let's see what else. My mom died recently, about 3 weeks ago, so that's kind of putting a heavy damper on things. I'm not going to go too much into that because it's personal, way too personal for this. But my mother died about 2 weeks ago, and I've been going through that. Um, I did not get my son back. I went out to Minnesota for court. Did not get him back. My ex is still being a you know what about the whole thing and not wanting to abide by court orders and such. I can't really go into too much details because Lord knows if she stumbles upon this and uses any of the terrible things that I would love to say about her against me, I would be screwed. So yeah, those three things, coupled with the fact that I'm now sitting here, in my girlfriend's house with no job, with with no car, having to start my entire life all over again, and it's really bringing me down, guys. I got a feeling, and people could sit there and go, "Stay positive, it'll work out." Yeah, but no, it's not working out. Seems like I take one step forward and two, and then all of a sudden something comes along and knocks me 8 steps back. So yeah, there's a list of things going on in my life. No more truck driving for me. Working for Swift almost killed me, guys. It really almost killed me, stress-wise. That combined with everything else going on, just it almost killed me, and I'm not gonna do that to myself. Um, the reason why I have the headset around me, I'm gonna go ahead and announce it, and he might get mad at me for doing so. We don't know when, we don't know where, we really don't even know how, but those of you who remember our radio days from New Surge Live and from Pillar to Post Live, which I looked on the internet down the other day, and there is now another radio show going by the name From Pillar to Post. Where are my freaking royalties? That's all I gotta say from that. Um, oh, that's another thing. My glasses are broken. See, they're taped right there and taped right there. As soon as I get about $100, I get to go to America's Best and get the old eye exam and the 2 pair of cheap glasses. But anything's better than having to hold them together with tape. But such is life. Um, yeah, so I mean, just the only thing that I really have going good for me right now is my girlfriend, and she's a saint. At least she is to me. That's all I can, If I had to wrap it up into one word, her up into one word, it would just be saint because she saved me. Um, she has 2 kids that I absolutely love and adore to death. But they that's what's keeping me stable. I've had a couple job interviews, I've had a job interview last night, and don't know how that turned out yet. I got another job interview at Target for a seasonal position. Don't know how that's going to turn out. Trying to get back into the grocery business, trying to get back into retail, work with the public. Stupid decision, I know, but it's the only other thing besides truck driving that I know how to do. So there you go with that. But anyway, we don't know when, we don't know where, we don't know how, but from people remember from our radio days. I'm sorry I went off on a tangent there, but from our radio days, me and Rick Hendrickson, um, me and him have spoke recently. It's been a long time. It was a long time actually since we actually had a conversation, and all of the conversations you ever have with Rick are short. So it's been a while since we had a conversation, and we decided that we want to do something involving radio again, whether it be a podcast, whether it be a live show. We want to do something again, so he bought me this. I'm sorry, you're probably going to hear feedback because of the microphone, but this fabulous headset. And thank you, Rick, for that. And yeah, so sometime in the near future, I don't know what it's going to be called. I'll just call it Rick and Joe's Craptacular, for lack of a better word, because we never knew what the hell we were doing. Well, he does. Me, not so much. I just know that I love radio. I love talking to you guys. I love interviewing guests. I love want to know your questions. I want to give you answers to those questions. I want, to get back to dealing with the public, because the last year and a half to 2 years of sitting in that truck and being by myself each and every day with nothing but a telephone to hold or see sucks. It sucked. That job right there probably took about a good 2 years off of my life if I had to, project it, and give an estimate. But there you have it. This video is coming up on 7 minutes. Podcast, live show. Probably going to start off with a podcast first. Coming up soon. Don't know what website yet. We're very early in the stages of this. Submit your questions right down below. And it could be wrestling. It does not have to be wrestling related. More than likely, this podcast will be about 80% wrestling and 20% other stuff. But ask us anything. Joe, how do you grow your beard? I don't care. Joe, why are you still fat? Yeah, I mean, keep it real, Just let's keep it real. None of this, hey, fat ass, what are you doing with a radio show? No. Stupid shit like that. I just, I'm over it. Write it if you want to. You will get no reply or any kind of attention from me, because you name it, I've heard it. I grew up fat and ugly, let's face it. There's not much more you could say to me that I haven't already heard. So anyway, we're coming up on about 8 minutes in this video. Well, we are 8 minutes in this video. So yeah, submit your questions, and either myself or Rick, if Rick decides to say something, I will certainly get it out to you guys as to when this brand new podcast or live show, whichever's coming up. So yeah, for our Rick and Joe's Craptacular, I'm Joe White. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your kind words in this past month or past year. It means a lot to me. Please keep them coming. I need the karma, so to speak. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you down the road.